Alright, here we are, another track guide. We're at Kansas. It's a mile and a half, which I said I really wouldn't want to do these, but we're here, so let's do it. Keys to the race card. Tires as usual, and that's pretty much all I can say about that. Number 2, it's a track where you can run multiple grooves, but the most notable ones would be up against the fence or right on the white line at the bottom. Now you can use the middle, but it doesn't really like to turn very well there, but you can use it for clean air on the nose if somebody's hogging both lanes. And I guess number 3, I mean, it's a really draft heavy track. You'll have people stuck together what seems like forever, but your tire wear does come into account at some point. Most notably at the guys that are pushing for 15 laps. That's about when it'll happen, so yeah, not really much else to say about this track, so get to pit road and talk about the lap. Alright, making our way to pit road. Go into 3 like normal. I'm going to brake right into these billboards. Down to second gear. Gets a little weird because of the brake bias that I have, but I barely make it. In fact, I was probably right at speeding, I'm not sure. So let me speed this up. There's your pit speed exit. Keep it under the white line. You can go to this side of the yellow. Just keep it under the white. Try to carry as much speed as you can without murdering the tires. And your blue exit cone will be right here. Have trouble seeing it. There you go. Onto the lap. Alright, I got us backed up here out of 4 instead of the start finish like normal, but fix setup, fix weather. Actually, I'm using the A-Fix, which was a little bit cooler than NIS. It's supposed to be an NIS guide, but I used that weather because I was too lazy, and it's a little bit quicker. Probably 10 degrees cooler. Anyways, only change I made. I'm not sure what the steering ratio was, but I put it to a 264. And the brake bias, I think it was the default cylinder, and it's at its minimum at 45.4. It can go much lower, but we're just doing that for the sake of this. So anyways, we're lined up here on a turn 4 because this is the second lap. Kind of a throwaway build up your speed lap. And we kind of use the apron on the start of the second lap, so let's see how this lap was done, and we'll talk about it. And there you have it for 30. Down 90 or 8, 9 something. It was close. It was in the 8s, but barely. Alright, here's the other lap I was talking about. To hopefully help preserve some tire. But you'll notice it's much slower, but sacrifices. Anyways, here we go. And there you go. Alright, we already established we're cutting the apron. You wanted a good run out of 4, which is why I'm down here. Just don't touch the grass. Yes, I've done it. That's why I said it. So you may have noticed I'm running the top. And that's just because of simply quicker on, new tires, but at least for me it was. But if you stay up running that line, you'll probably shred some of the tire. Mostly the right rear. It does not like being up there. So don't do it forever. Though you can pretty much stay up there, just take care of the tires. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, we made our way to 1. I paused it here at this, at this Kansas sign or whatever that black logo says. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. I'm going to slow-mo it. Like if I'm running the bottom here, that's about my turning point to the bottom and then let it roll. But we're going up top, so we got to kind of approach it differently. So let me slow-mo. I'm on the brakes right about here, just a little bit to get this thing to slow down enough. And we're going to do basically a mini diamond because there's not a lot of room to work with. So you use the throttle to throttle up. Get close to this Kansas Speedway, then I'm already turning back down. Now, you can't really see it here, but there's a black seam. There's a black seam, that's what I'm aiming for. You don't want to hit it or go under it, but you want to graze it. Hence the term mini diamond, because we came back down and straightening up the exit a little bit. So into 3 is a little bit different because there's a little difference here. Like, if I'm going to the bottom again, you're really chucking it in there. But since we're going up top, I'm kind of looking at the end of this green wall. And it's the same approach. We're going to sort of mini diamond it. Once I get it pointed down, I'm going to get off the gas. Tiniest bit of brake. Actually, almost none. Let it roll. Then once I feel it kind of turn a little bit, you want to throttle up to get it closer to the outside of the wall. Once you get across that rape, you turn it back down, I guess. Same approach, except you're way more committed out of turn 4. Like, there's really no room to screw it up here, because you'll either get a push or the thing will slide last second. So fight it all the way to the wall, use every bit of track and apron. And there you go. Alright, that's it for this track guide. It's 1.5 miles, so there's not much to say. Just keep it out of the wall out of 4. Maybe don't run that highline every single lap of the run because you'll probably kill a tire or 2. And use the line that I showed earlier, but it's also slower at the beginning of a run, so management is what I'm getting at. Anyways, Sim Racing Chewy side.